I was feeling a bit down today, but then I came across this news that 56% of Israelis are afraid of leaving their country. Then I come across this news that the 40% that say that they aren't afraid is questioning whether they should reveal that they're Israelis or not. And before you tell me that I'm being cruel, that I'm being heartless, I have to tell you that I don't care, because 82% of Jewish Israelis are in agreement with the expulsion of Palestinians from Gaza. But the fact that they can't spend abroad the money that they make in an apartheid system doesn't faze me. But this wasn't the only reason why my mood was lifted. It was lifted as well because it reminded me of something that I tend to cyclically forget. It wasn't the big powers of the world that made South Africa a pariah state, it was us. We don't remember because we romanticize the history of apartheid, and the people who helped maintain it have done the same thing that they did for the liberation of India. They whitewashed the decades-long efforts, sometimes violent, of the thousands of people who fought and died for their own liberation. They sanitized it into Gandhi's peaceful protests and Mandela's truth and reconciliation. While at the same time, in the case of South Africa, making everyone forget that the Western powers were with the South African apartheid regime up to the very end, in spite of some cosmetic sanctions. The internal resistance, the strength of our boycotts, and the shame that we heaped on every single white South African that dared to leave that country, that crushed the leisure of their middle and upper classes, that pushed them into a pariah status. And if we did that to South Africa, without a hint of a smidgen of the type of evidence that we have, not only of the IDF's cruelty and genocidal behavior, but also of the civilian population of Israel's disregard for the humanity of Palestinians, imagine what will happen to Israel. And you can already see that in people's reactions. The idea of the entitled, rude Israeli who is violent has become profoundly embedded, sedimented everywhere in the world, from Bali to Greece to Spain. It's the people in the streets that are not taking it, because in doing what they're doing now, they overplay their hand. I know that this is called comfort while 2 million people starve. The things that you can do, you're doing it well. You're keeping this alive, you're boycotting, and you're making them feel uncomfortable. So let's continue doing it.